Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, Denise. I'm off today from the Dollar General. So, I know the other day I said I wanted to make some banana bread. Well, I didn't get to it. So, we're doing that today. To start out, Snoop. I haven't given an update on my sourdough starter named Snoop Dough. I've been feeding him. I've been a good sourdough mama. But I think my house is too cold. Well, the cold weather hit us here in Texas. So, I've had the heat on. He rose. And he is bubbly in there. You see? So, we're going to make some sourdough starter banana bread. Sourdough discard starter. That is an active sourdough starter. So I can make bread with him now. Yay! But I don't want bread. I want some banana bread because I made me some coffee this morning, and like my Ray Dunn cup that my friend Rachel got me, I think. I wanted some banana bread with my coffee, but that didn't happen. So anyway, because my coffee's cold now, let's get started. Now, I have tweaked this recipe, and it's the first time I'm using it, but here we go. So I'm making 2 loaves, one for here, maybe one for work, one for the neighbors. My neighbors always get my sweets. So anyway, it called for 3 medium bananas smashed and ripe, okay? Don't come at me for black bananas. They work. They still taste like bananas. So to double that, I would use 6. Well, guess what? I only had 5. So, you know, if you've watched me for any amount of time, because I know I'm not consistent whatsoever, but I do have my friends that love me. I just make shit up, okay? So we're just making this up. We've got a guideline to go by, but okay. Might have to turn the heat off because I got the stove already preheating to 350 Fahrenheit, but I got the heater over here on me. Whew. But, you know, the menopause. So, we got 5 ripe bananas that I've already smashed. We're going to add 1 cup of our sourdough starter. And let's just pray that this works. I've been pouring almost all of my starter out except for tiny bit, maybe 1/4 to 1/8 of a cup, but then I have been feeding it 1/2 cup flour, 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water. I've just been playing with it. So like I said, oh, and my light went out in my oven because he was rising in the oven, but the light went out, and it's one of those funky lights. It's not just a regular light, so I'll probably never get a light for my oven again. Anywho, that's quite all right. So I started putting him in my washroom because, you know, there's no air heat in there, and the sun from the door, the window in the door, heats up the room. With the dryer on, heats up the room. I don't know if that had something to do with it. I don't know. Okay, what are we doing? We got the starter and egg. Oh, I needed to add 2 cups. We're just adding 1 cup because he ain't got no 2 cups left in him. So, I forgot I'm doubling the recipe. Anyhow, 1 egg. Supposed to have 2 eggs if you're doubling it. But my oldest child, decided he was going to make eggs yesterday. I don't know how many I had left, but he used them all. So, there we go. Butter. Now, I'm using, ain't none of that margarine, tub, stick, whatever. This is real sweet cream, unsalted butter. And yes, I've smashed it because I had to put it in the microwave to soften it because it takes forever for real butter to come to room temperature. Let me tell you what. So since we're doubling it, we're putting 2 sticks because it calls for 1/2 cup. So if you're watching and you want to write down the recipe, we got 3 medium bananas smashed, ripe bananas, 1 cup of active sourdough starter. We got 1 egg, and you're going to use 1/2 cup of butter. But I'm doubling it, so we're using a whole cup of softened butter. And we're getting all that butter. Oh, and there was some that was down in there. So waste not, want not, right? We're getting all the goodness. Okay, let's see. So we're supposed to mix that. You want to see what it looks like? Yeah, I'm going to pour it out. And you know what? I don't know why I'm sitting there doing with that when I have my handy dandy whisk. Sometimes I swear. And I'm beating this pretty hard because there's still some big chunks of butter. So I'm trying to get it all incorporated. Okay, so then we move on to sugar. Now this recipe called for regular sugar. No, banana bread, brown sugar. You use what you want. You use what you want. And I just have to use a half a cup because I messed up my full cup and blah, 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 blah. So we are going to use 3/4 cup. So I'm using 1 1/2 because I'm doubling it again. Oh, and see, pasta jar, sealed tight, it's in there, okay? Except my sugar's not wanting to come out right now. So, and this is why my videos take so long. I was going to be prepared, and I wasn't. And my grandmother always taught me when you use brown sugar, you pack it. Well, it's packed in this jar really, really well. So, okay, give me a minute. Okay, we're back. Because, like I said, my, it is packed in there because I packed it. So this is, the last of the brown sugar. We're just going to say that. I added, 1.5 cups. Like I said, the recipe for 1 loaf is 3/4. So what we're doing here, add sugar, mix well. And this recipe did not call for vanilla. Who does not put vanilla in banana bread? And I use this Mexican blend made with Mexico's finest pure vanilla. I don't like imitation vanilla. I'll use it if I ain't got none, but I'm going to use this. And I'm just adding a teaspoon. A little more maybe. More vanilla never hurts anything, okay? Never. And if I remember, I'll put the recipe in the caption or description, whatever, comments. Half time I don't remember, so. But if you ever want a recipe that I share, message me. I'll give it to you. So, let's move you like this so you can see what it looks like. I don't know. I don't know if that's working. I am not a cameraman whatsoever. Okay. So our next step is to add the flour, the salt, baking powder, baking soda, in that order. So, as usual, I don't have what's in a recipe because I've been feeding this Snoop Dough a 5-pound bag of King Arthur bread flour. So we're using bread flour. And we are going to add 1 1/2 cups, which we're adding 3 because we're doubling it. So 1, that's 1 cup. 2 cups. I gotta get some all-purpose flour just for regular baking. Okay. 3 cups. I still got some flour left. Okay. And then it said sea salt, and I happen to actually have some sea salt. Don't know how long it's been. What in the world? Yeah. Don't know how long it's been since I've used this because I use table salt. And we're going to add 3/4 teaspoon. So that would be 1 1/2 teaspoons. Well, that's a tablespoon. Where the heck is my there's a teaspoon. So 1 1/2. What is the string's getting attached to me? Okay, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, so I'm adding 2. These cute little jars are at Dollar General for $1. This is my baking soda. I haven't made my label. I just wrote on it. And look, this is the quart size. This is the pint, and this is the quart. See? $1. So, I don't know why I'm doing that while I'm on camera. Anyway, and this one's got the blue top, and that one's got the yellow. And this is the only color my store had. So, but look, I put my elbow noodles in them. I told y'all, send me some mason jars. I'm putting everything in glass. Okay, what did I say? 1 teaspoon, so we're adding 2 to mine. And this did not call for baking powder, so I'm assuming because of the sourdough starter with the yeast and all that good riseness in it, it's going to work. Okay, so we got all of that out of the way. And then we're going to mix, mix, mix. Yeah, I'm going to use this. Because everything's getting stuck in that whisk. Okay, I'm going to combine this and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. She is thick. She is thick, girl. Look at that. I don't know if I should add a little milk or whatever. Anyway, we ain't adding nothing. So I'm going to turn you guys back around. Okay. I'm going to have to add 5 videos. But look at her. She's thick. So the last thing to add, it called for walnuts. I have some walnuts and I have some pecans. It said 1 cup of pieces. I might have a cup of pieces. I don't know. I'm just using what I got. So I crushed up the pecans and walnuts together. There they go. All the yummy and goodness. So we're just going to incorporate those. And I think 2 cups would be too much anyway, even if I'm doing 2 loaves. I mean, I like a lot of nuts. My kids, not so much. But it is what it is, and this is how it's going to go. Yeah, this sucker is thick. I don't know if that's going to mean it's going to be dense. I don't know. Don't really care. We're just trying it. It'll get eaten if it's edible. Okay, 9 by 5, I think is what they call it. I don't know. I've got that one, and I've got my Ray done. I've just crumpled up some parchment paper and cut it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know the drill. So we're just going to add half of this in here. I don't even know if y'all can see. You know what? I got y'all up on something. Let's put you down. Maybe. There you can go. Oh, Denise. You know, this week has been a week. If it could happen to me. If it can happen, it happened to me this week, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Or this past week. Today's Monday, so start of a new week. Okay. Let's see. I've got all these. Hold on. Okay, I've got all these tripod things, and it just. I'm just trying to get it even in here. Make it look a little pretty, maybe. Okay. If I don't dump it out. All right, that one's done. I'm gonna do the other one. Put it in the oven, 350 for about 50 to 60 minutes. It says until a cake tester comes out clean. Who uses a cake tester? Toothpick, people. Just use a toothpick. Anyway, I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'll come back when it's done. Thanks. Bye. Okay, the bread's done. Oh, I got my drink here. I don't know if any of y'all are Monster drinkers. This is a 0 sugar strawberry. What's it called? Ultra Strawberry Dreams. Delicious. I'm addicted. I'm trying to stay away from them, but there's no sugar, so it's good for you, right? Okay. I just took these out. Look at this. OMG. Oh, a little hot. They look delicious. I think I'm going to take this one out. And the reason why I use the parchment paper is clean pan. Easy peasy, right? Okay. And actually, here we go with this tripod thing again. Let's see. There you go. Maybe you can see without falling over. And we're going to cut us a piece. She's still warm, and I don't care. I like warm bread. Ooh, look at that. You see the steam? That is like yum. And it's not crumbly. It's done in the middle. And it only took, I put it in there for 50 minutes. And my oven usually heats slow. So, I was thinking 60 minutes. But no, 50 minutes did it. And I know, in the recipe, I use real butter. I love to use real butter when I cook. But I do use the margarine, vegetable oil, whatever, for toast in my bread. Because it just tastes good. It does taste good. And it's easier to spread if I can get it on here. So, I'm putting a little butter margarine, whatever you want to call this stuff, on there. That is good. My favorite part of bread is always the M. Homemade bread, always the M. Crunchy. Perfect. If you got some sourdough starter, the discard, whatever, you like banana bread, this is it. Thanks for watching me, guys. I don't know why I started saying thanks for watching me, but I do appreciate all of y'all's support. Cup of coffee, glass of milk will go good with this. But I'll try to put the recipe in the comments. And I hope y'all have a blessed Saturday. I'm stuck on Saturday. Today is Monday, April the 7th, I believe. Bye, guys.